What if this video turned into a live trivia game you play with your friends right now? But this isn't just a video. Scan the QR code, and instantly you're competing live, climbing the leaderboard, and hitting your friends with power-ups. This is the first fully interactive quiz on YouTube, with new games every day. Scan now, or fall behind.
Time to travel through history. Are you smarter than the timeline?
We've reached the difficult stage for ages 18+. Take your time.
Are you ready to start? Here we go.
Which amendments to the U.S. Constitution formally abolished slavery? Clara Barton is best remembered for her Civil War role as what? The siege of Vicksburg ended on July 4, 1863. Why was this date strategically significant? Harriet Tubman was born into slavery in Dorchester County, Maryland. Place a marker on that county's approximate location. Who assassinated President Abraham Lincoln on April 14, 1865? At which battle did Confederate General Stonewall Jackson receive his famous nickname? Where was the bloodiest single-day battle of the Civil War fought? Place a marker on Antietam. Frederick Douglass escaped slavery and became one of the most influential abolitionists. Which state did he escape from? Sort these Confederate generals from earliest to latest date of death. Which abolitionist led the failed 1859 raid on the federal arsenal at Harper's Ferry? Which state was the first to secede from the Union in December 1860? In the film Glory, 1989, which regiment is the story centered on? Sort these Civil War battles from fewest to most estimated total casualties. Which Confederate general was known as Old Pete and served as Lee's senior corps commander? Which female soldier disguised herself as a man and served in the Union Army under the name Albert Cashier? What term describes the legal doctrine Southern states used to argue they could leave the Union? Which Confederate cavalry commander was known for his lightning-fast raids and was called the Wizard of the Saddle? Sort these Civil War films from earliest to latest release year. Who commanded Confederate forces at the Battle of Gettysburg? Place a marker on the city of Richmond, Virginia, which served as the capital of the Confederacy. That's the end of this round. Let's check your score. Let's keep going. Ready? Let's start the next round. Which of these relate to the causes of the Civil War? Which women served as spies during the Civil War? Which photographer is most famous for documenting the Civil War through battlefield images? What was the primary weapon used by Union and Confederate infantry soldiers during the Civil War? Which Civil War films were released in the 1980s or 1990s? Which famous civilians were linked to the Civil War era? What role did Harriet Tubman play during the Civil War beyond her earlier work on the Underground Railroad? Which Union general earned the nickname the Rock of Chickamauga? How old was John Wilkes Booth when he assassinated President Lincoln in 1865? Sort these Civil War sieges and campaigns from shortest to longest duration. How many states had seceded from the Union to form the Confederacy by the time the Civil War began in 1861? Sort these Civil War battles from earliest to latest. Which women served as nurses or medical organizers during the Civil War? Which battle is often called the high water mark of the Confederacy? What was the primary economic argument used by Southern states to defend the institution of slavery? Which of these are Confederate generals? Place a marker on the site of the Battle of Gettysburg, the turning point of the Civil War. What do you know about the outcomes of the Civil War? How many days did the siege of Vicksburg last? Which Union general led the famous march to the sea through Georgia in 1864? That's the end of this round. Let's check your score. Let's keep going. Ready? Let's start the next round. In what year was the Emancipation Proclamation issued by President Lincoln? Fort Sumter in April 1861, which state's militia forces opened fire on the Union garrison? The documentary series The Civil War, directed by Ken Burns, was first broadcast in which year? Which of these were Union generals during the Civil War? Where did Robert E. Lee surrender to Ulysses S. Grant, effectively ending the Civil War? Place a marker on Appomattox Courthouse. Where was the Battle of Shiloh fought in April 1862? Place a marker on its location in Tennessee. How did Stonewall Jackson die? What was the name of the Confederate spy who ran one of the most effective intelligence networks in Washington, D.C.? Which battle in September 1863 was the costliest Confederate victory of the war? The Confederates' ironclad CSS Virginia fought against which Union vessel in March 1862? In what year was Frederick Douglass born approximately, as recorded in historical records? Where did General Lee formally surrender to General Grant on April 9, 1865? Sort these events from earliest to latest. How many constitutional amendments were passed directly as a result of the Civil War and Reconstruction, known as the Reconstruction Amendments? What was the bloodiest single day of the entire Civil War? The Battle of Gettysburg lasted how many days in July 1863? Which battles took place in 1863? How many men did Robert E. Lee command the Army of Northern Virginia at its peak strength in 1863? Approximately how many total casualties, killed and wounded combined, were suffered at the Battle of Antietam on September 17, 1862? William T. Sherman's famous March to the Sea ended at Savannah, Georgia. Place a marker on Savannah. Where did the first shots of the American Civil War take place? Place a marker on the location of Fort Sumter. The Emancipation Proclamation was issued by Lincoln, effective on which date? In what year was Ulysses S. Grant born? The siege of Vicksburg gave the Union control of the Mississippi River. Place a marker on Vicksburg. The Battle of Chickamauga was one of the bloodiest in the Western theater. Place a marker on its location in Georgia.
And that's the final question. How many did you get right? Check your results in the app and see your final score. Let us know in the comments how you did. Challenge your friends, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more quizzes.